Hi everyone, in this video we're going to look at some natural harmonics on the guitar. So if you've never looked at harmonics before, this is a great place to start. Or if you've been dabbling with harmonics before and you want a little bit more knowledge, or you're not really making them sound clear enough, I'll show you exactly how you can get some great sounding harmonics on the guitar. Stay tuned and I'll show you how to do it. Hi everyone, in this video then we are going to be looking at some natural harmonics, which are going to be a lovely addition to create some beautiful textures into your playing. But if you haven't done it already, click like to like the video, hit subscribe to subscribe to the channel, and click that alert bell so you don't miss any updates. If you'd like a workbook with everything I'm going to talk about, you'll see a link below in the description, so make sure you grab that. Right then, let's get stuck in. So harmonics are used in a variety of styles of music, everything from the heaviest of rock to the most lovely sounding classical music and everything in between. And they produce a really beautiful bell-like sound. And we actually get them in a slightly different way than we normally would by fretting notes on the guitar. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video. So here are how harmonics sound, then I'll teach you how to do them. Okay, this is some examples. Okay, so that's how harmonics sound. Now, how does that happen then if we're not actually fretting the note? Well, we are lightly touching the string at various intervals on the guitar. Basically, they happen at exact points on the string's length that create overtones, creating the harmonics. Okay, I'm not going to go into that kind of technical detail. This video is more aimed at how to do them, but that's essentially what we're doing. At certain fractions of the string, at certain points on the neck, if you lightly touch the string, you're going to get these beautiful harmonics. So let's talk about how to do them then. So we're going to start by doing it in the most easy place on the guitar, which is going to be the 12th fret. So go to the 12th fret on the low E string. Okay, so normally to make a note, we'd actually fret the note like this. So it's technically in between two pieces of fret wire. So we're not going to do that. We're going to go absolutely bang on top of the fret wire. Okay, so there's the fret. Go right over it. Now lightly touch the string. If you don't push it down, because it's going to essentially fretting it, we're going to lightly touch the string, pluck the string, and then remove your finger. Okay, so I'm lightly touching it. I'm not fretting. I'm just very lightly touching it. Pluck the string and take your finger off. So have a go at that a few times. Okay, if you don't remove your finger, what's going to happen is the note is just going to die away. So the length of the note, the beautiful sort of bell-like sound is going to really come by removing your finger as well. Okay, obviously if you're fretting the note, you could end up with this sort of sound. That's not the key. You need to lightly touch it. And I do often find that if you use the fleshy part of your finger, it's a little bit easier. So rather than using the very tip, try using the fleshy part. Okay, and let's do the same thing on the A string in the 12th fret. And all the way to the bottom on the 12th fret. D string, G string, B string, and high E string. Sort of sounds like a harp when I do like that. So I was just strumming all the strings with a harmonic. Okay, so what that's actually doing then, that's producing a harmonic of the same note as the open string, just an octave higher. So if there's an open string, the harmonic is creating an E note just higher, or it's the same sound or the same note as fretting in the 12th fret. So the high E or the B. Okay, so that is basically the note that's coming out there when we're doing the 12th fret. We are getting the same note as the 12th fret or as the open string. Now, there are natural harmonics all over the fretboard, but we're just going to look at the most common ones. The next sort of easiest place to do it is going to be the 7th fret. So if we find the 7th fret, okay, normally we'd go there, but we need to go right above the fret wire and try it again on the E string. Lightly touch the string and take your finger off. So it's going to take a little bit of practice. And the same thing on the A. D, all the way to the top. Now it's much harder there than it is on the 12th fret. The 12th fret is probably the easiest. This is probably the second easiest place to go. So have another go at that. Okay, so that's the 7th fret one. Now the note there is basically the 5th of the string, only an octave up. So it's just like a high 5th, if you like. So that is going to create the note B as the 5th from an E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a B. Essentially, again, it's the same note that we would have if we were fretting. Can you hear the same note as we're fretting, only obviously much softer, more bell-like, okay? So it's the 5th up from the open string. That's the 7th fret one. Now, one thing I will say before we move on, this is definitely easier with a little bit of overdrive or also a little bit of compression. Really does help the strings pop out. When we get to the next one, it's going to be a little bit harder. So if you find you're playing this on a super clean sound and you're really struggling, it could just be that. It will work on acoustic guitars as well, and it's also going to work on classical instruments. So let's move on to the next one. We're going to go to the 5th fret. Again, not in the fret, above the fret wire, and try it there on the E string. A string, D, G, up to the B string, and the E. Okay, so that note then is 2 octaves above your open E string. So this one on the 12th fret was 1 octave. This is 2 octaves. Can you hear this the same note? So, okay, so let's just go over that one more time. That is the most difficult one, okay? So if that one's not sounding great yet, just do most of the practice on the 12th and the 7th, and once you feel comfortable with those, then move on to the 5th fret. Okay, it's tricky, especially on the thinner strings. Okay, so harmonics can be used as part of songs. They can be used to create sort of textures and atmospheres. They can be used to create some really crazy rock sounds, like Eddie Van Halen used to use harmonics all over the place. Or in classical pieces of music, people use harmonics to create some really beautiful bell-like tones. So they have multiple uses across all genres. So to start with, just practice them in those places, and then in further videos, we'll talk about more about the uses, other places of natural harmonics, because there are other natural harmonics on the string. There's not just those 3, there are others. They're just the 3 easiest ones. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, click like to like the video, hit subscribe to the channel, and click that alert bell so you don't miss any updates. If you want a PDF with everything I've talked about, you'll see a link below in the description to a free workbook. If you haven't done it already, come and check out my online guitar school, www.fretlix.com. Loads of great courses and lessons guaranteed to help you become a better guitarist. Hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you again soon.